I think we can all agree that the glory age of Call of Duty was in that window between Call of Duty 4 and Black Ops 2. And I think the main reason for a lot of that success and the reason that we look back on this period as sort of the golden age is the way that Activision had marketed the Call of Duty games. I call this era of Call of Duty the employed era. And that's for two reasons. One, because the games were designed in such a way that the core idea of the game was just these standard gunfights, and the entire basis behind it was just getting you in these situations and allowing you to pick the best tools or what have you that you like to go into these situations and hopefully kill the enemy combatants. And there wasn't all these, score, multiplier, hidden stats that you had to track on an Excel spreadsheet. And there were no skins back then. The games were marketed towards adults. They were supposed to stay somewhat grounded. Obviously, the gameplay was unrealistic because you're not going to be like noob tubing people in real war like that. But the game itself was sort of marketed towards an older demographic, which didn't exclude the younger demographics. It honestly probably made them more excited about the game because reverse psychology. Kids see what the big kids play and they want to play it. And hell, that worked on me to great effect when I was a young boy. Now, in recent years, Activision has completely abandoned the employed, the adult gamer, and has focused solely on children and the unemployed with these cartoony skins and these ridiculous metas and updates and patches and tweaks that are constantly happening that no one with real responsibility can keep track of. I was really inspired to make this video because I recently did my last video, which was on Battlefield 6, and all the excitement that has been brewing about it because the game is actually trying to appeal to its core demo of adult gamers, and it's not filling it with a bunch of ridiculous goofy skins and marketing it clearly towards children. Just the outpouring response that I got from that video of adult gamers that kind of just felt the way that I did about the new Battlefield 6 game really inspired me to make this video to talk about just how far Activision has fallen. These recent skins they've been adding, like Beavis and Butthead and American Dad, are almost indistinguishable from a Fortnite counterpart. It is absolutely jarring to see this game that was, to me when I was a kid, it was such a cool thing, Call of Duty. It was this older, high-octane, badass Michael Bay movie that you got to play. Of course, there's going to be some annoying guy in the comments being like, Call of Duty is not a mature adult game. A true adult game is something like Journey that makes you think and ponder the ponderances of life. Okay, buddy, congrats. Like, you put on your special little hat and pin yourself with your special little button. Nobody cares. But it just feels like the marketing push, the demographic push, these skins and all of this stuff is pushing itself towards just 9-year-olds. The game seems to be marketed towards 9-year-olds, and the systems and mechanics in the game can only be mastered if one is unemployed. Like, I understand the whole idea of meta in Call of Duty is not new. There have always been guns that are better than other guns, and honestly, at times things did get patched back in the day, but the constant tweaking we're seeing in Call of Duty, not even getting into all how the attachments works or how you have to try to unlock the camos by unlocking other camos and then unlocking attachments and then getting camos with the attachments and all that gobbledygook that's super complicated. I'm just saying the constant tweaks of all the guns, right? When a Call of Duty came out, you tried all the different weapons as you unlocked them, and maybe you didn't pick the #1 best killing machine weapon. I'm trying to think of a good example, like something like the FAL in MW2. It wasn't like super meta, but if you got into the game and you really enjoyed that weapon and you played with it over time, it was something that was consistent. You didn't log on to MW2 back in the day and all of a sudden the FAL is useless, and now they're buffing this other gun to try and counteract the buffs that they did on this other gun. And it's like, how I just want to play the game and I want to use the gun I used the last time I played. Why is it shooting marshmallows? You throw on top of that this super annoying skill-based matchmaking system that is just constantly trying to tweak you and pull you out of lobbies and throw you with different groups and against different ELOs and all this stuff. And it's like, how is a young father who's got one night a week to play these games, how is he supposed to enjoy himself when he's just getting absolutely stomped by some dude in a Beavis and Butthead skin that's 9 years old? And the skins are just like this cherry on top that's like, yeah, this game isn't for you. You can't compete anymore. You can't keep track of it. And the game itself isn't even made for you. Look at this cartoony, colorful splash of whatever, this unicorn gun finishing move that the unicorn farts on you or Seth Rogen drops a gun. It's just an absolute spit in the face to real adult employed gamers. And I'm sure the annoying guy from before is also starting to comment right about now saying, Beavis and Butthead isn't for 9-year-olds. They don't even understand the show. And American Dad is actually an adult show that the kids probably aren't even watching. Bro, they don't care. They don't need to have seen the cartoon. They just see the cartoon guy that's annoying in the item shop and they're like, that's gonna annoy someone if I kill them with that. Let me take my mommy's credit card and buy it. The average age of a Beavis and Butthead skid user in Call of Duty has got to be 9.5 years old. I'm telling you, there is no self-respecting provider man who's got a family to take care of, children to take care of, or just a career that they're trying to get off the ground is spending $20 whole to get Beavis and Butthead on top of the $70 game they've already purchased. Game they can hardly even play because the entire thing is it's designed to ram them in the ass. And you know, Modern Warfare 2019 gave me hope. I thought they were going to turn it around. They started being grounded. They started doing interesting things with the campaign and the gameplay design. And now we look at Black Ops 6, and we're basically back to as bad as things were with Advanced Warfare. Honestly, a million times worse than things with Advanced Warfare. You know, in a regular life cycle of a Call of Duty, I could be bothered to play the game at least once over the course of the year. You know, I get that itch. I want to go back and play the game, but not once have I done that for Black Ops 6. And fans of the channel know that when a Call of Duty comes out, no matter how good or bad, I will usually play it for the first month of its release. You know, that core addiction usually gets spurred. And with Black Ops 6, I think I played it for maybe half a day and dropped it. I did not get my full month out of it. I refunded the game. It was so bad. And it's so disappointing. It's so disappointing to see something so good get lost. And the thing about it is, there was nothing broken about how it was. It sold lots of copies. It made lots of money. But it's just been butchered and destroyed for what? Is this even more profitable than the way it was before? That's what I want to know. Is this game as profitable as like Modern Warfare 2019? It can't be. There's no way people are playing this at the same levels they used to play the previous Call of Duties. I just don't buy it. And I'm sure somebody's going to throw out some kind of stat, but you also have to keep in mind that Black Ops 6, I think, is free with Xbox Game Pass. So that's padding numbers. I want to know the true purchases of this Call of Duty and the microtransactions, and I want to know how it stacks up with previous games, because there's just no way. They had such a good thing going before, and I just feel, and it's weird to say because we've been talking like this for forever. When like Modern Warfare 3 came out, everyone's like, oh, this is horrible. They've ruined the game. The kill streaks aren't stacked. This is an atrocity. This is unplayable drivel. And we had no idea how good we had it back in the day. I mean, it's unbelievable that we were complaining about those games back then. Even Call of Duty Ghosts is a million times better than what we have right now. And to prove it, I think I've played Ghosts this year more than I've played Black Ops 6. But anyway, this has been my rambling rant of a video. I don't know why I made this, but I did make it, and you watched it. And thank you so much for watching till the end here. And if you did, you should give me a subscription, because man, you just watched 8 minutes of me just ramble off my dome. Imagine how much better my more well put together videos are. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment down below. Let me know what you think about the current state of Call of Duty. Are you an employed person? Are you an unemployed person? How well does it shake up to your standards for Call of Duty? And if you didn't like this video, here is the most important part. Longtime fans of the Gunty Time channel know that if you didn't like this video, you have to leave a dislike. It's very important that you leave that dislike. It makes me oh so angry, and I'm gonna need a very long hate comment. Today's hate comment needs to be at least 2,000 words with your sources cited, please. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Later.